Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Subject of my vlog today is beware of typhoon scams and people taking advantage of the disaster. Before I get started, let me welcome my new viewers and new subscribers. Thank you so much for your kindness, your generosity, and your support of my channel. It's truly been amazing. I'll never take that for granted. I want to talk to you about something that's very, very important. Whenever there's a catastrophe, no matter where it happens around the world, there's always going to be heartless people with no compassion who are going to be preying on the most vulnerable of the population. And there's no exception here during Super Typhoon Odette. I'm going to give you the nitty gritty. I'm going to give you my boots on the ground experience. I'm not speculating. These are things that I'm actually seeing, living, and experiencing. I'm going to challenge all the other YouTube vloggers out there to expose these scammers, because this is a time when people need our help. I mean, they're really suffering in certain areas over here, and it usually occurs in the hardest hit areas. And I'm going to start out by talking about these taxi drivers and these hubble drivers. Now, if you don't know what a hubble is, it's just people using their motorcycle for transportation, and they'll charge you a certain fee to take you back and forth. It's something that the masses use here a lot because it's cheap, but not during this typhoon. It's not. 5 times, they're charging 5 times as much to take you from point A to point B. Every now and then, somebody may charge you 3 times, and that's somebody being honest. I went from Horizon 101 to Ayala Mall. The guy wanted to charge me 150 pesos. That's about what he would make the whole day running back and forth. They have no understanding of service. If you just go ahead and serve the people, you're going to make your money. There's no need to take advantage. But yeah, he wanted to charge me 150, so one hubble driver saw me arguing with him. Well, not really arguing, but saying, hey man, it was just a typhoon yesterday. Why are you trying to, scam people like that? And he said, well, I'll take you for 100. And that's still 3 times the amount that it normally takes. So these hubble drivers, man, I mean, they know that people do not have transportation. They do not have water, no electricity. They're trying to get back and forth to these stores and malls and things to get the needs that the things that they need. But they don't take that in consideration. All they're thinking about is themselves and their money, profiting off the misery of their fellow men. Let's go to these taxi drivers. They're even worse. The typhoon hit Thursday night in Cebu. I was in Cebu Thursday night. Friday morning, could not get a taxi all day Friday, all day Saturday. James Franklin, one of my subscribers who lives in that building, he can bear witness to what I'm saying. Him and his wife stood out there for the longest trying to get a taxi. They could not get one. I finally was able to get a taxi Sunday. And the only reason I was able to get this taxi, I was standing in front of the condominium. He came there looking for somebody else. He was running Grab. Because what they're doing is, they're running Grab and taxi. So if a Grab call comes along, there's a big fare, they'll take it. They'll pass you up. It was going to the airport. Well, if you go from Cebu City to Mactan International Airport, that's a nice fare. Plus, I'm sure they were going to tack something onto it because of the traffic and because of the typhoon. But the person wasn't there. So I've been talking to an older Filipino man who talked to this guy. Said, hey man, you need to help him. He's trying to get home to his family. So guess what? I said, take me to Toledo. I'll take you all, take me all the way there. He charged me 2.5 times the meter fare. I mean, this is just, it's We can't take this, guys. Look, okay? It's usually occurring in the hardest hit areas. Cebu City was hit hard. And you got people, I mean, just over and over passing up elderly people, disabled people, trying to get back and forth, check on their family, go to Western Union, go to the grocery store. And these armed low-down bastards, I'm using that language because they got me pissed off. They're going right past these people, looking for an extra dollar, preying on their fellow man, knowing times is hard over here to begin with. So yeah, they're going to take my wrath. I'm calling on anybody to expose these people. I wish, I was so just happy to get to Toledo City because I was going to take down his taxi number. I was going to turn this guy in our most vulnerable moments. All they're thinking about is money. Here's another scam that's going on, guys, and this is to my viewers and subscribers. Listen real close. People are asking you for money. They're sending you pictures of their houses, their so-called houses, saying, hey, my house, I lost everything. Everything's been blown down. In a lot of these situations, guys, it's not true. They're screenshotting things off the internet, taking advantage of our kindness and our generosity. It happened to me in the Sunshine Shoulders. The only way I caught it was two people sent the same damn picture of the house. So when I went in and asked him, I said, hey, do you know such and such? No, I don't know him. I'm saying, well, how do you have the same house that they have? And I just explained to him, I said, look, everybody's suffering over here and need help. I said, I wish I could help everybody. But I can't. That's why I created the spin wheel. But yeah, they're doing this, guys, because a lot of my viewers and subscribers, they're sending me pictures. Oh, this is my girlfriend's house, and this is her friend's house, and blah, blah, blah's house. It's completely destroyed. Well, just make sure that that's true. Take a few minutes to do some research if you can. Ask some pertinent questions. Because this is a scam that's really been growing. When I went to the Western Union the other day, man, it's just so full of people. And I want to thank y'all for your outpouring of love and concern. But a lot of times we're sending money over here to scammers, people who are taking advantage of this disaster. So be careful when somebody sends you a picture of their house that's been destroyed. Make sure it's their house, if at all. Use your common sense when it comes to this. I went to Western Union and see, I've got to go back today. I went to pick up a $25 remittance. Don't you know that they told me that somebody had already picked it up? I'm like, how's that possible? I did not pick this money up. So I go to the guy who sent it. I said, hey, man, first of all, he sent it to me. He says, hey, Calvin, this is disturbing to me. And he shows where I had picked the money up. And I'm like, I haven't even tried to get the money yet. And, and I'm really shocked. So I go and I eventually gave them the wrong number. That was my fault. I gave them the wrong tracking number. But anyway, they said it's the wrong tracking number. Western Union's offline. Okay, so I went home. I messaged him, hey, I can't get it. Send me the right number. He sent me the right number. I go back. Oh, it's already been picked up. I'm like, how could that possibly be? So today I've got to go back. I'm taking my girlfriend with me because I don't want to be the foreigner over here arguing with people. I'm not going to argue. I'm just going to let them do their, due diligence, their research, and find out that I never sent that money, guys. But be careful. These typhoon scams are big over here. They're preying on us. They're taking advantage of our kindness, our generosity. As foreigners, every time there's a disaster worldwide, you have these unscrupulous, heartless people with no compassion preying on the most vulnerable of us. And it's usually in the most hardest hit areas. And it's happening over here. I thank y'all so much for all your support that you're sending over here to people. They really, really need it. But you got that small percentage the profiting of disaster over here. So be careful. Do your due diligence. Do your research. Ask some questions. And I'm calling on other YouTubers to expose these people. You know, it's like every time there's a big tornado in the United States, you have these knuckleheads going around preying on senior citizens, supposedly going to rebuild their houses so they want money up front and you never see them again. But the same type of stuff's happening over here, guys. Just it's taking on a different shade. The taxis won't stop. The hubble drivers are charging 5 times as much for people who don't have anything to begin with. There's no water, there's no electricity. The food is dwindling down in Cebu City, but they don't care. I'm going to give you the nitty gritty. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, man. I'm not going to tolerate it. I'm going to expose it. You got people sending around pictures of their destroyed homes. They're not even their homes. They're screenshotting off the internet, guys. And they're sending it to you and you're sending money over here. Be careful. Thank you so much for stopping by. But look, man, I'm pissed off about this. I said I was going to do a video about it because I'm boots on the ground here. I see the suffering. I see the misery. And I also see these clowns taking advantage. So if you're in America, I don't know what time this video's ever going to upload. If it ever uploads, guys, you got to understand, the signal here is bad. Parts of San Carlos City still big chunks of it do not have power. I'm fortunate to have power, but the signal is what it is. So if you're going to bed, you know, I hope you help somebody before you got into bed. But if you're on one of them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, just getting off second shift, or you're on your lunch break and you see somebody in the street, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. If you're getting up to go to work, to the gym, get a newspaper, and you see somebody, help them, man. We need each other right now. Christmas is this week. If you're in the Philippines, you already know what time it is. It was tough before the typhoon. It was tough before the pandemic. We need each other now more than ever. But we have to be careful. We have to be on the lookout for people who are taking advantage. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care. Stay safe. Stay COVID free. I'll see you next time.